Sebastian Vettel, what's your first experience of Goodwood?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, talking about the track, obviously, is very narrow and quite difficult to, do a couple of burnouts and especially donuts because there's much room. It's good fun. I think, yeah, nice to see so many people. And all in all, it's my first time, my first visit. I'll definitely come back because it's like a fun fair with cars. It's the cars you dreamt of when you were a child, and it's just so nice to see the cars, one at one, so to see them in real life. You know them from the screen and from pictures, but it's great. You can touch them and chat up with people. It's great.
But tell me about your donuts. We couldn't see you. You were hidden in so much smoke. How can you see?
Yeah, well, I don't see either, but I just hope I'm, staying in the same spot. But obviously, people like it. Really good fun. So obviously, as long as I make sure that the inside wheel is nearly stationary, I know that I'm not moving too much. But surely I'm 100%. You never know when everything's coming to swim.
Chris Evans, it just started raining when you got to the top. Not bad timing. Tell us about the incredible array of Ferraris you brought up the hill and why.
Okay, they're called the Magnificent Seven. We put them together every year for children in need, and then we auction them off for a 4-day tour to 7 drivers and their partners. And this year, those guys bid just shy of 700 grand for the 4 days, and they get to drive every one of them over 7 days. We go to interesting places like Laverstock Park, Jodie Scheckter's farm. We go to Nick Mason's aircraft hangar to see his car collection, and we end up here. This is sort of the combination of everything that gets to go up the hill with some brilliant drivers and me.
And you, but a man who absolutely adores all cars, but Ferraris in particular. Tell me about the car you just came up in.
Well, the car I came up in was an alloy short wheelbase 250 GT, stunning car, all the fun of the fair. I mean, I always say about cars, the modern cars, they're built so well, you don't think you're going to kill yourself in them, and you might. These, you think you are, but you probably won't. Because they're so friendly. We had the short wheelbase around Thruxton for all it was worth on Friday morning, and it was absolutely beautiful drive, and it looks gorgeous. It's so understated. I drove it through London on Wednesday foolishly because there was traffic everywhere. But I mean, just everybody loves the car. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous looking car, and it's a well-behaved car, beautifully balanced car. Even better when my wife is in it.
But also just the sheer gusto with which you arrived in the top paddock, waving out the window, great big smile on your face. It's a good day out.
It's a great day out, and the thing about everybody here, and the thing about all the cars I just walk around the paddock, is the fact that, I said to somebody, all the, you get, do Picasso owners and Chagall owners and Matisse owners, do they get together in a field one day and bring all their paintings to show each other? And other people, no. And that's what, the custodians of the cars, I own a few cars, I'm very lucky to own a few cars, but it doesn't matter what you own, whether you own anything at all. And everybody loves an excuse to bring their car out. And this is as good, I think, second best. I think my favourite is probably the Revival. This is second best. Monaco would be a close third.
Not a bad little toy box to fish in. Chris, enjoy it, and best of luck for BBC Children in Need, an incredible charity.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Great shots of the statue on the front lawn in front of the house. The 60 years of Lotus tribute, featuring some of the most celebrated Grand Prix races. I can see 49 Gold Leaf Cobblers, Camel, 1993 Honda Turbo, the next day is the wedge-shaped John Player Special Lotus 72, and your icon going on in 2020. Something on the screen next, the rally stage is underway. We're going to get 70 F1 cars and Group C cars out for you at the moment. The fourth arena show takes place on the cricket pitch down in the house. We've got more F1 cars and motorcycles at 11 o'clock. I'll be joined in the commentary box by Barry Nutley. He's talking about motorcycles from thousands.
Arched behind you and a whole array of stunning Lotus cars. There's been 60 years of Lotus celebrated here, and you've been right in the heart of it. Just come up in the 1970 Lotus 72. Phenomenal car. How did you enjoy it?
Well, it was great. I mean, to have driven both liveries, so I've just driven the red and gold one. I drove the black and gold one yesterday. Fantastic. But I came up right up the back end of the 49. We came up in tandem. And to see the car, to be behind a 49 at speed and imagine what it must be like on the racetrack, that was a real treat. That was something I'll never forget.
Talking of speed, one of the highlights of the festival, it gets better each year, is the top-timed cars going for their shootout this afternoon. The competition really seems to be bubbling.
I know we're trying to get McLaren to have another go at the big time, and hopefully they will. Mick's here actually, so that he's the Hill record holder is obviously here himself. 41.6 is the record. I'm not sure anyone will get anywhere. Well, they're getting quite near it. Whether they'll take Nick's time or not, I don't know. But it's obviously a very exciting moment. It's a thrilling competition. It's very easy to understand. They're going flat out over a mile, and there are lots of interesting obstacles on the way, such as flint walls, some pretty big corners. And it's a gripping. I mean, one thing we're very lucky about is this bit of road. This extraordinary road, in front of the house is a great bit of road, and everyone loves driving it. So it makes it all the more exciting.